so I am here to do my 8 and my 9-week bump date pregnancy vlog. I didn't make a video last week. I feel really awful about it. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that it was nothing bad. I've just been super busy, super tired, and super nauseous. Yikes. So yeah, I'm going to try to go kind of quick because I have 2 weeks to fit into this one video. Sorry if the lighting's all messed up. It is dark, so the blind is closed. So there's no natural light right now. And also, if you've noticed anything different about my background, my office is now also turning into a nursery. That's the other piece of news. I guess I can just, I don't know if I want to make a separate video about it or not. I think I'll probably make a separate video about like how we did it and how it went. But Claudia is in a big girl bed. So the nursery set has been moved into here, and that's exciting, kind of. I had no intention of moving in here this early, but things just, that's how things went, and I won't complain. It's all said and done. But anyways, I did want to say real quick that I did take my weekly pictures and record my little video clip of my belly shot like on time. So I have week 8 one that I filmed last weekend, and then I have the week 9 one that I filmed this weekend, so that is all still accurate. I'm just combining the information for both weeks into one video. And I have my notes that I write at the end of every week so that it's all fresh in my mind. Okay, so for week 8, baby was the size of a raspberry. Ears and eyelids were developing. Fingers and toes were developing. Wrists and elbows began to flex. If you're in your first pregnancy, your uterus is the size of a grapefruit. That was at week 8. So that's crazy to think that my uterus is bigger than a grapefruit, or was at week 8, because this is my second pregnancy and because they're so close together. I mean, I wonder what size it is now. My symptoms last week, I had a little bit of nausea / icky feeling. My boobs were very sore, but still not as bad as with Claudia. With Claudia, like, I remember taking a shower was like awful. It was so painful. I can feel my uterus, like, you know, like if you sneeze or if you cough or like certain movements, you can just feel that there's like, you could just feel it, like it's more prominent, it's bigger, it's getting a little bit harder. So yeah, that's kind of fun. And last week I was peeing a lot. My cravings were fruit. I wanted melon, ice water, coconut. I think it was like on a Friday night, I wanted celery with ranch dip so bad, like ranch veggie, like veggie dip, not like ranch dressing, but like actual like ranch veggie dip. I wanted it so bad. I was like freaking out. When we went grocery shopping on Sunday, we got a big veggie platter with the dip in the middle, and there's still a little bit left. The celery was definitely gone. But so good, so good. Other information for week 8. I wanted to share with you guys that I had scheduled my first perinatologist, my MFM, my first appointment, and it was set for Friday, May 22nd. They were going to do a sonogram and then make, at that point, we would make me some more appointments. If you're not familiar, that a perinatologist or an MFM is a high-risk doctor. I am considered high risk, and that was definitely, sorry, I'm saying a lot. That was a hard phone call to take. I knew that it was coming. My midwife had told me that she would be contacting them, and then they would be contacting me. And even before that, I always knew that my next pregnancy would be high risk. Any pregnancy I have from here on out is going to be high risk. It was just a lot. I mean, I cried. I cried once I made that first appointment and got off the phone with the lady, because nothing can prepare you, even mentally knowing all along that I was going to be high risk. Nothing can prepare you for just that feeling it's just a little bit of fear, I think. I am considered high risk because I do have gestational diabetes pretty much automatically right off the bat. I don't have to take the glucose test because I prick myself at home with my own home monitor. So that test would be completely pointless. We can tell what my blood sugars are doing 4 times a day when I prick myself. My blood sugars are terrible on their own. They're manageable on metformin when I'm not pregnant. But when I become pregnant, it's just like a whole different ball game. So that alone is enough to make you high risk. But also I have a history of preterm labor. I went into labor at exactly 30 weeks with Claudia. And so that also alone is enough to make you high risk. I got 2 of them, so there was no way I wasn't going to be high risk. But yeah, those were my feelings when I did get that phone call and scheduled that first appointment. Not to mention, it was really soon. Like, I had just had my appointment with my midwife at like 7 weeks and 2 days, I think. And then they called to schedule this appointment, and they scheduled it on a day that I would be 8 weeks and 6 days pregnant. So that was like the next week. It was like I got the call I went to the midwife on a Monday, and I already had this appointment scheduled for the following Friday. Not that Friday, but like the next week Friday. When I got the call, I was actually at my best friend's house, and her first pregnancy was high risk. Her second wasn't. Once they determined that baby did not have the same problem as the first baby. And even she was like, wow, they want to see you already to do an ultrasound at the high risk? And I was like, yeah, because I'm automatically high risk. Like, they did an ultrasound a little bit later once her baby's heart was developed to check for a heart defect. She didn't have it, so she wasn't high risk the second time, luckily, but it both shocked us. We were like, oh my gosh, like, this high risk stuff is happening so much sooner than last time. Normally you don't see a high risk doctor until like you're 20 weeks, and then you get anatomy scan usually done by one, and then if there's an issue from there on out, you see the high risk doctor. But I guess it's a whole different ball game when you have 2 factors against you, and you already know that they're there. There's no way it's not going to be there. Okay, trying to skip forward here. Moving on to week 9. Baby is the size of a green olive. The tail has disappeared. More formed fingers and toes. Eyes are fully developed but shut. Reproductive organs are forming. This week I have been so nauseous. Not like hang your head over the toilet nauseous. There was a couple times I felt like I might actually puke. But for the most part, I just feel awful. I feel nauseous. I feel dizzy, like all that kind of stuff. And I don't wake up feeling like that. It hits around lunchtime. My boobs are still hurting. They haven't gotten any more or any less painful. Still peeing lots and lots. And, I wanted to mention that my hair is growing so fast. Like, it is down past my boobs right now. I know you can't see that. And the same thing happened with Claudia. My hair was like halfway almost to my butt by the time I delivered her, and then I chopped it all off. This time I am not chopping my hair off no matter what. Don't let me do it. I will regret it. Okay, cravings? Nothing. For the most part, nothing. Nothing sounds good. I don't want anything because I feel gross. I feel disgusting. I don't want to eat. I just feel gross. Except for KFC mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh, I've had them. I got some for lunch one day, and then I made my husband bring them home for dinner one day, and I wish I could just eat that all the time. It's so good. KFC mashed potatoes with gravy. Okay, so I did have that first perinatologist appointment. I was 8 weeks and 6 days pregnant. It was very long because we had a lot to talk about. We talked about how my blood sugars were doing. I have my first appointment this coming Wednesday with, they call it diabetic counseling, I think. It's with like the specialist in the office, which happens to be my best friend's mother-in-law. Sorry. I saw her last time too, so that's happening. There was a little bit of a concern with my blood sugar, where it's it's already getting to a bad point, a lot quicker than it did with Claudia. I may end up on insulin this time. He just like flat out said that I may end up on insulin this time. I was able to avoid insulin last time with a combination of metformin and glyburide and diet modification. We're going to do everything we can to keep me off of the insulin, but if it comes to that, I will be put on insulin shots. Okay, sorry, my hair tie broke. Okay, so I was saying, I had an internal ultrasound, I had an abdominal ultrasound. No, first I had an abdominal ultrasound, then I had an internal ultrasound, then we went back to another abdominal ultrasound. Okay. The nurse did the abdominal ultrasound. We just wanted to see how much we could see. She took a couple of measurements. We got to see the baby. I will insert pictures at the end of this video. Baby looked great. Sorry, I'm out of breath. And then the doctor came in. I love my doctor. He's awesome. He did an internal ultrasound because they wanted to look at my ovaries a little bit closer and get a little bit of a better picture of them. I do have cysts on each ovary. They are quite large. They are monitoring them. Baby looked great internally. You could see a lot more. You could see like the little arms and legs. It was so cute. You could see my perfect little yolk sac. And then we were going to do the 3D. When he tried to turn the internal probe to 3D, it started like freaking out. So he had to, like, the nurse took that probe away, and they were going to write like a, you know, whatever, like a broken part thing for it. So then he just switched back to abdominal and did the 3D that way. So we got to see our little bean. So cute. So cute. It literally looks like a little peanut sitting in like this big old uterus inside like its cave. It's so cute. I will insert the pictures at the end, like I said. Everything that way looked perfect. My cervix is closed and everything. Right where we want it to be for being about 9 weeks. I was 8 weeks and 6 days. They just kept saying, like, you know, it looks fine for 9 weeks, whatever. So that was perfect. The heart rate was 175 beats per minute. Claudia's was always in the 150s. Always. It never left the 150s. Never, ever, ever. So that's interesting. Everyone keeps saying it's high, so it's a girl, and I'm like, yeah, but it's a lot higher than Claudia's was. I said I'm going to start diabetic counseling. I'm going to be taking my sugars 4 times a day, and I write them down in a little chart I have over here. My NT scan is scheduled. I'll be 11 weeks and some days. Normally I don't do a scan like that. I didn't do it with Claudia, but because I'm high risk, there's other things they're looking at and checking for this time. So it's better to just bill the insurance as being an NT scan because we know that they generally cover that kind of thing. So we're just going to call it that, and then they can check whatever they want while they're in there. And I happen to know they're going to check my cervix, they're going to check my cysts, stuff like that. And my anatomy scan is also scheduled for sometime in August. I have it all written down somewhere, but anyways. I think that's it. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Oh, I forgot to mention, for week 8, I did have my first hypnobirthing class. It was super great. I got a lot out of it. It helps when reading the book to have kind of a background, because the lady can explain it to you in a way that the book can't, especially when it comes to breathing techniques. Like, you can read how they want you to do it, but actually, like, talking to someone and having them being able to visualize what they're trying to tell you is a completely different thing. So it's helping. I am about halfway done with the book now. And she said by the time I deliver, I probably would have read the second half of the book several more times. It's a pretty easy read when I can actually find time to read. And I need to finish up reading through it that one time, and then I need to start doing at least once a week, doing the, it comes with a CD. And she also gave me some recommendations. There's lots of hypnobirthing tracks on iTunes, like affirmation tracks and other like sort of meditation kind of tracks, relaxation, stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing all of that. I just need to get through the holidays right now. We got Memorial Day tomorrow, which is why I'm filming this today. Normally I film on Monday, but both me and Randy have tomorrow off. We're going to spend it with Claudia, of course. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to say. I think that's it. Like I said, I have my belly pictures, my belly shots, and I will insert pictures of the sonograms. And I think that's really it. We didn't do any baby buys these last 2 weeks. Again, I've been really not feeling well, and we've been kind of busy with I don't even know what. I mean, our lives are just kind of busy right now. Claudia has gymnastics and dance and other activities that we do, and yeah. So I will talk to you guys next week. I don't plan on doing these double weeks. Like I plan on doing an update every single week. Hopefully hopefully the nausea goes away a little bit so that I can make some more time to film some more videos, because I do want to do a video on her transitioning to a big girl bed, and I want to do a review on the stroller that we bought and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's it for our update, and I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go because I know this video is getting really long. Okay, I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.